Of course, the Indians argue, as Stephen possibly alluded to in his earlier answer there, that they have a right to possibly want to have, of course, their diaspora to be on their side, right? Even if it is the BJP government in power, even possibly even when it comes to lobbying any government, right? I mean, that happens in many regards. Why should that be worrying us?
Well, primarily, there's a furious pace of overt discrimination against Muslims in India, which is now being exported abroad as well. And there is a clear decline in a willingness to see Muslims as equal people, equal citizens within India, and equal people outside India. And this is why within India, you see lynch mobs that are set free, lynch mobs that are even people who have been accused of lynching and are still facing trial have been garlanded by sitting ministers in India. This is why India's Prime Minister Modi is often late to condemn incidents where Muslims have been targeted, which conveys a silent approval through this gesture. So what is unfolding in India right now is an authoritarian regime that is imposing its own puritanical definition of nationhood, of citizenry, that is singularly designed to exclude Muslims. And since 2014, there's been an active zeal with which Muslims are being re-educated to teach us our place in society by openly calling for a Hindu Rashtra, by rarely punishing lynch mobs, and by dispossessing Muslims of our places of worship, as you saw the Supreme Court case of Babri Masjid, or by openly, changing names of places which had a Muslim name, such as Allahabad to Prayagraj. Now, what needs to be understood is that, of course, there is freedom of expression, but a Hindu Rashtra does not have place for anyone. It does not even have place for Hindus themselves. There is no place for Dalits in a Hindu Rashtra. The treatment that has been meted out to them, to SC, the scheduled caste community in India also. So, coming to the point that you were making about Canada and the global implications of what is taking place right now, the example that you are referring to is one of Ravi Huda, who was a volunteer for the local branch of the Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh, the HSS, which is an overseas branch, or it looks into the foreign interests of the RSS. But what has to be understood is that Ravi Huda's case is just one of the many such cases.